far away from the promised land. So, it seemed like
None of those promises are coming true!
Israel was supposed to be a great nation, but now they weren't a nation at all. How could a blessing for the whole world come from Israel now?
We don't know!
God's promises confused the Israelites living in Babylon. They wondered if these promises would still come true, and if they could still trust God.
Is our story over? Is this the end?
Well, God knew how confused they were, so he sent the prophet Isaiah to give them one of the most important messages in the whole Bible.
In the whole Bible? What was the message?
It's not the end.
Isaiah said.
In fact, just wait till you hear what God is going to do next.
Well, the Israelites were.
Super excited! Yay!
Why? Because Isaiah told them about the Messiah.
Wait, what's that? The Messiah?
Messiah means anointed one. Samuel had anointed young David with oil, which means that he was being set apart by God for a very special job, to be king of all Israel. And now Isaiah was saying that there was another anointed one coming. A baby will be born. He will be called Emmanuel. Emmanuel, which means God with us. But he would also have another name. The baby would be from King David's family, and he would grow up to rule God's people forever.
Wow! Forever is like a really long time!
It turns out the hope of the world wasn't a mighty nation or a big army. The hope of the world was going to be...
A baby?
You got it. Now, can you guess the baby's name?
Oh, I know. Jesus. Born in a barn.
Do you remember God's 3 promises to Abraham?
Actually, I do. His family would become a great nation. They would have their very own land, the Promised Land. And through that nation, a blessing would come for the whole world.
Right. Well, after 1,500 years, 2 of those promises had come true.
Amazing! And what about the 3rd promise?
You mean the promise of the blessing for the whole world? The one that promised the Messiah? The anointed one?
That's the one! Had that one come true too?
No.
Oh.
Many years had passed since the time Isaiah had spoken about that promise, and the Israelites, well, you can imagine what they were saying.
Where's the blessing?
Where's the Messiah?
Is he ever gonna show up? Oh, we're starting to lose hope!
But then, something amazing happened.
Really? What?
In a village called Nazareth, there was a young woman named
Mary.
One day, God sent an angel to give her a special message.
A special message? What was it?
The angel said,
You will have a son.
A son?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not even married.
Mary wasn't married yet, but she had promised to marry a man named...
Joseph!
Then the angel said something truly amazing.
The baby will be a blessing for the whole world. He will be the Son of God.
That's the promise they were waiting for.
Yes, Mary would give birth to the Son of God, the blessing for the whole world.
That's so amazing.
And if you were shocked to hear about this, you can imagine what Mary must have felt like. Why, you would think she would have passed out and fallen on the floor right then. But Mary was brave. She trusted God. And she said,
I am the servant of the Lord. May this happen just as you have said.
Wow, Mary really trusted God.
yes, she did. Then the angel said,
The baby's name will be Jesus.
Was this the Messiah the people had been waiting for?
you got it.
I knew it! So then what happened?
Well, when it was time for the baby to be born, Joseph and Mary traveled to a place called Bethlehem.
Was that a long ways away?
It was, and they got there by...
A donkey! That must have been hard.
I think so. And on top of that, when they got to Bethlehem, they suddenly needed a place for Mary to have the baby.
Oh, did they look for a hospital?
They didn't have hospitals back then.
What about a palace? I mean, the Son of God should be born in the best place, right?
Well,
Or the best hotel?
all the inns were full.
So, what did they do?
Since all the inns were full, Mary had her baby in...
A barn?
a barn. The blessing that Israel had been awaiting for almost 2,000 years was born in a barn.
Oh my!
Mary didn't have her baby in a fancy palace or a nice warm inn. Nope. Jesus was born in a stinky, smelly barn next to cows and sheep and goats and chickens. The promised blessing for the whole world